No, she's in her cruise. In the middle of the Atlantic.
What's that? Scary?
Well, I'm just checking her phone. She's on a cruise, but she's going to the Atlantic. It's not my cruise. It's
I don't think it's meant to be.
That's what on a ship.
Or north?
Or she's going from Miami to London.
Miami to London.
Okay.
That's interesting. That is an
It's
interesting.
fantastic.
I'm not surprised.
Nice.
I like that.
It doesn't appeal to me, but I used to live in Denmark. You're on a boat all the time.
I'm just letting people making sure.
Somebody has a water bottle there on the bookshelf.
Your language, young lady.
Yeah, we are live, folks.
Stop.
All right. So if I go to another screen, I won't see if people are joining. So I want to give another second.
The crowd.
The crowd.
It's the throngs of humanity. In this case, Cole and Isabel.
While we're letting people in, the what's going down in Booktown, I really love how it's just a lot pretty visual.
Mm-hmm.
It just is easier for me to take in. Great.
There you go, Cole. See, there's your call out.
It is. It's
Easy to read.
Thank you.
And I did do some tweaking. You've probably seen a bunch of stuff added to the folders of the presentation and the newsletter to be more graphic and that type of thing. So
I like it when it's more than one color. For some reason, if it's all blue like that, I have trouble reading it.
I also think it looks too much like the school. So I'm like just all blue. I like that it's differentiated.
okay. All right. So it looks like we've got the people that we're going to get.
The throngs.
The throngs of humanity. So welcome everybody. It's called to order 7 o'clock of our board meeting. It's an opportunity for the public to comment in person or via email on agenda items only. Public. Okay. Can I please get a resolution for the approval of the March 16th, 2026 meeting minutes? And everybody remember we need to say it loud enough so the camera will pick you up.
For goodness sake. So moved that we approved the minutes from the last meeting.
Ginger and Jody seconds.
And Jackie, you're taking notes, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Oh, thank you.
Presentation. We are going to go into, hopefully it will work, and I can share a screen, and then it all works. Fine.
Probably right in there.
On here, this.
Yeah. Right.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And then
Those children actually are by now.
Whoa.
okay, so you can see it. I just got to make sure I can share the screen. I got to go to the other. Come on. Struggling here. Hold on.
Instead of those kids, they should line all us up on the floor.
We'll
We'll never get up.
There, that's your screen. And then get it up.
Put that little guy down.
There you go. All right,
Put that little guy.
the little guy,
The little one.
the bug of us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be there so I can see. I don't have the other screen, so there.
It's because I was talking. Now it's looking at you.
So I'm just going to quickly go through this because you've all seen this. This is also public consumption. There is a narrated version of this that will be available online so that it's not my lovely tenor that comes across. So, We have our budget library vote on Tuesday, the 19th. It is on the school budget and trustee vote. We are, I believe, item number 3 on that ballot, which I think has been solidified today with their 2 trustees running. Our humble beginnings, 1929 in a kitchen, 1937, we were chartered, and now in 1968 at the Putnam Valley Lodge. Key being, next year we're 90 years old from our charteredness, so we'll have to do something special for that. So this has kind of been reorganized from previous presentations. What is our library? It's more than books. It's a community hub for learning with free access to Wi-Fi, educational and cultural programs, and the taxpayer funding allows us to maintain infrastructure, heating, staffing, and expand those lifeline resources like public computers, jobs assistance, and meal programs. So a lot's happened since we had our last vote. Here are some pictures of a before and I should say before and after, but an empty room, new room, and a full new room. I believe this is trivia night at the bottom on here. We remodeled that community room. We completed our kitchen refresh. We completed asbestos testing and abatement. We reconfigured the fireplace room, which is where we're in now, and it's much more flexible community room space. We've done a ton of work on HVAC. The community room entrance garden door upgrade is now an ADA door, additional building insulation, and started the stream bank erosion prevention plan. It's hard to say that. Thank you, Jody, for doing a lot of that. We've done so much, it takes a second slide. We've introduced wireless printing and, upped our mandate of ebook purchases, which is an amazing number. I think we'll get into some of the cost savings that our community gets in exchange for having a library card in there. Expand the library things and museum passes. Thank you to the Friends for that. As well as a few furniture and interior upgrades. Thank you to the Friends for that. We're actually using the flip and roll tables right now, in addition to the other flip and roll tables, which makes us very flexible, and cost of living increases, etc. These are projects that are in process, and we're looking to hopefully, more work is needed, and this is for next year. We're looking to add Wednesday mornings to our schedule so that any day that we're open, we'll be open at 10 instead of having that one late day. And we're looking at purchasing of presentation technology, primarily for the large room. And then we're evaluating the parking lot tree, which we're probably okay with. Some of this stuff is on kind of the mid to long range plan, but the children's area stairwell, repairing the parking lot. I know Gabrielle loves talking about the parking lot. We're going to end that story today, so you'll be happy. Building installation continuing, ongoing needs, obviously the physical collection and all that type of thing. Some more work needs to be done. Strategic growth, fundraising, grant writing, and planning. Talking about meeting room refurbishment, fireplace refurnishment, talking about the new water heating, regrade and do some of the parking lot stuff. And some of this stuff in the plan includes the children's computers preloaded with educational games and child-friendly keyboards, which many libraries have now that we don't. And this is just, some more of the stuff that the library serves you. Some of these images might be a little bit dated, but it just gives you a full scope of things that we do here: book clubs, history, chess, arts, museum passes, etc. So this kind of our report card for 2025. Our attendance is 65,000 people. It's about a 35% increase from previous year. And 50% of our chartered territory, of our charter population, regular borrowers, cardholders, 5,500 people, 5,600 people. But the number of programs significantly increased, 918 to 500 from previous years, and our attendance is through the roof. And then our circulation is, the numbers are here. I don't need to read the numbers for you. But the one thing that you will see, the electronic circulation, which poses its own set of challenges because they cost more than regular books do, because it's a limited licensing for that. So there'll be more information on this, but this tells the story of a really active and engaged library. Here's an example. So this is your library in action.
So I comment about that. Should I wait to the end? This slide.
This one right here?
Yeah.
You can ask.
Okay, well, it's a comment. It's not a question. When we say 786,000 return to your community in 2025, people aren't going to understand that. They return means like your tax return. It means you get money back. We could say 786,000 of services to the community or something like that. But return to the community, we're asking them to give us money and then we're claiming we're returning. They're not going to get it.
Well, so
I get it. They're not going to get it.
So I'm going to explain further for them to get it right now, and then we can clarify at another time. This $786,000 is based on the Mid-Hudson's calculator, which takes into account circulation, e-circulation, kids' books, adults' books, etc. So the Mid-Hudson calculator puts a dollar cost to every transaction. So this, and conservative in many ways, because I think a regular book is marked at $19 per book. And an ebook is at something like 15, or a children's book. So the math is in here. This represents the amount of money cardholders saved by using their card to borrow instead of buy.
Right.
I think the
So
word she's
can we say
objecting
saved
to is
instead of
return.
return?
I think you're saying
Saved by.
contribution of services to the community.
But I wouldn't even go that far. Why won't you just say saved? Like, I know I have saved enormous amounts because I'm
Say-
not
yes,
buying.
it's true. It's not entirely
Saved
realistic.
by the community.
Saved by, not
Saved by the
Yeah.
community instead of turned to.
like collectively we've saved.
It's exactly accurate because someone's books you took out because they were free and you would not otherwise have purchased them. So you didn't really save, you wouldn't have bought them.
Yes and no. I mean, I
I
am a
wouldn't have-
reader and I would have.
I'm saying the whole point is if you had bought those same books, or not even those same books, the similar amount of books, that's how much the calculator
Saved
says.
by the
Right.
community. People will understand that.
Mhm.
Returned, people expect,
Yeah, I
money.
think that will, I agree. I
Yeah,
think
you
it
call it
is a
tax
little
return.
confusing.
right?
And that doesn't count the programs, the
Right.
enrichment of the programs does not count, we were not able to clock the use of of the computers, and that type of thing, and research, all of those
And that's
things.
explained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that acceptable for people saved by the grant?
I just fix it, that's all. It's a different graphic.
Saved by the community might be more acceptable. I mean, I can picture the people who really look very specifically at the information we have, and I can anticipate needing to answer those.
I wouldn't make it a
Questions.
negative. That could make it a negative instead of a positive. It's a big positive. So let's not risk the negative.
Do we have the amount of hours of Wi-Fi used by patrons?
No, we didn't probably have
I mean, that has a value. to
I don't know
people.
how you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have to be tapping into each one of those data points. I mean, it's possible. Also, we don't have monitoring software on the computers, right? To be able to get all that stuff solidified.
Tells you how many hours you spend on it to the computers.
But remember the Wi-Fi they can use, they go sit in their car.
Right.
And really want to be monitoring.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we don't want to be seen as monitoring.
Yeah.
It's not North Korea.
Right.
So this is the budget. This is the proposed budget that is on the ballot in just a month.
I can't see anything.
Is it the
Is there
screen
something on
that's
the
doing
website?
that, or is it?
It's on the left side.
Yeah, but they're very
I
good.
can't read it.
We're
Just
Yes.
at a weird angle.
They're almost unreadable.
Well,
It's
the public can see it because it's very clear.
It's the TV.
Okay.
It's the TV. We need a new TV. Anyway, the big numbers here. I mean, the total budget, expense budget is 624,000. Income budget 624,000, and I'll go into more detail as to where that goes. This is the pie chart of the expenses, with 66% of it going to employee expenses. And then 13% going to buildings and grounds, 81,000 material services, 42,000, and then everything else is kind of under 5% of the budget. And then this shows 82% of our income comes from the library tax. Mid-Hudson, their recommendation is 90%. I don't know why that's a magic number for them. I'd like to see a lot more fundraising money. But I guess they say that a healthy library is about 90% funded by library taxes. And the money comes from the county, donations and grants. This is how much will I pay for my library services? This tax amount is based on the assessment of your home. The average household in the home is between $400 and $450,000, and that increase is about $7 increase for the entire year. Just a little note here, you'll see these references over and over again. 9 first-class stamps, a slice of pizza and a drink, a cup of coffee and a muffin, that represents about $7, or if you're lucky, 2 gallons of gasoline.
I love that. I think that makes it real. I love it.
And that's for the entire year.
Right.
That's not, automatic, annual increase. That's just 1 year condition. And this is just a
I'm having pizza and a drink a lot more often annually.
yeah, it's hard to find. I was looking for a graphic that had 9 stamps specifically.
Stamps are a little antiquated for this little example.
Well, keep in mind that some of our audience still
Is
believes in stamps. Yeah.
Just say my opinion.
Well, that's why people can gravitate to the thing they care about most: pizza, stamps, coffee, or gasoline.
Gasoline's a little tricky. You might only get 1 gallon by the time this comes out.
And if you,
We're all
But in a muffin for $7,
well, yeah, you're right. It would be more than that. So that's more relative to somebody who's got a $700,000 home. And this is how our library stacks up on funding. Our current levy in the county, current levy is fund per capita is $41. And where our new levy is proposing around $44. We still are near the bottom in the county. So much further behind on Cold Spring and Mayapack. And the only reason why Garrison is as low as it is because they have their endowment that takes care of most of their money. So here's some future casting. These are projects not yet started, but things that are on kind of our long range plan and our capital plan is this elevator for access to the children's floor. Developing more business and developing educational support services, small business systems, makerspace. The idea of, working with other groups to help get mini libraries throughout the town, expanding a relationship with senior center. The insulation, that's going to be our new driveway thing, is insulation. Refurbish the restrooms in the main library, drainage for the parking lots and the steep bank, and secondary ADA entryway, and the idea of purchasing a generator to make the library a warming, cooling center for emergencies. Again, this is tax dollars in action. It's a summary. These are all the things that the Impact Library funding has in our community for family story time, museum passes, Wi-Fi hotspots, etc. Without sufficient funding, it's possible for not being able to increase our hours, so reduced hours, cutbacks in programs, some limited access to technology. Because when dollars fall in one place, it has to be taken from essentially salaries will continue to increase. And that's not a negative thing. It's just a reality that if salaries have to increase, then their money, if we have to go back to a previous budget, money gets used from elsewhere. But investing in the library, investing in the future. This is essentially just Leeds vote on the 19th, 6 a.m. 9 p.m. elementary school. All our information will soon be by Wednesday. I'm hoping to get all our budget information, even though it's in these folders and everybody has access to them, in the public as well. It's part of the agenda. They'll be added to the budget part of the website, so all that information as well as others will be there. And then if you want to find out more information, go to our website. But if you want voter information for getting your absentee ballot, that you connect with Maureen Bellino, the district clerk in the district office, or go to their website at pvcsd.org to secure absentee ballots. And now that their ballot is sealed, as far as their people running for their school board, they'll be able to start taking those invitations, and more information will be on that.
Do we have absentee ballots typically here?
No, I think you have to get them from her.
No,
It's
I
like a
mean,
two-step
I usually
process.
have like you have to turn them into her. But it's a two-step process and you have to complete the first part of it, turn it in. Then she sends you a ballot, or you stand there, depending on the timing, and then you fill out the ballot and turn it in. I'm just curious if it would make sense to have absentee ballots available.
Well, we could have requests for absentee ballots that would then be turned into this.
Right,
school board.
right. Like the
Sure.
initial first step.
I'm sure we can do that. We can we'd probably add that to our website as well.
Yeah.
Have them here.
The link.
Yeah,
The
no. I
link
mean,
or the
it's-
document itself, if people want to then bring that over to the district.
Right, all you have to do is go down the street,
Right.
drop it off.
But if they're going to go there anyway, they can just get it there. But yes, we're open leader than they are.
It's just light that
Sure.
goes off, like, here it is.
Yeah.
Fill it out and go on over.
So that's the end of the presentation proper. There are Q&As. This is, kind of the standard, why are we pursuing? It's the 259 is the section of the law that allows libraries to be funded through ballot initiative, and we are on the school budget. And we asked for an increase. The increase, yes, we're asking for $514,500. It is a $31,500 increase. It's 6.5%. From the last vote, that'll allow us to keep up with our pay increases. And the library budget is not part of the school budget; it's a separate line, but the school district does collect the library taxes according to law. The library and the school district are separate. We'll be on the ballot every year, possible. That's determined each year by the board. Mid-Hudson encourages libraries to be on ballots every year, just like a school budget is. And what happens if the vote doesn't pass? We've already touched on that. So this is just a, kind of follow-up and reminder. $786,000 saved by our community in 2025. I wish I could design it on the fly. And that means $7 per household for the average household, a house valued at the $400,000 to $450,000 range. And that's it.
Okay.
For our presentation, I'll tweak some of that stuff. There will be, and I think you've seen, and I think they exist in the folder that is for this meeting, and public has access to as well. There's the 1-page flyer, and then there's a 7-page kind of newsletter.
Mhm.
They were previously kind of heavy in text. This is more art oriented. I've essentially created an infographic for each one of the pages that I already had to make it up. And then there's these 1-pages I think are also up. One is a Lego version,
Right.
and one is a blue version, and they have the information in a different way. People see things different ways.
And when are they gonna get they'll
That's
just
what I was
look at
talking about,
them, or
the colorful one.
are there gonna be handouts?
So they can be
Send them
handouts.
out.
Also, I think they'll be good for our social media outreach and our email.
So we're only gonna send the one card, and that's it,
As far as the mailing is concerned, we have one postcard that we'll be sending out.
and that's it,
And that's it.
good.
That's it. Just to
It's
let
very
everybody
busy.
know that there is a vote.
People
Yeah.
understand in different ways. This is not my way.
Joe, for all of us, I know that we pick apart some of the stuff that you have done there, but thank you.
Yes,
It's
job.
a
A huge
tremendous
thank you.
amount of work, and thank
It's
you.
enormous.
Not that we're gonna stop complaining.
Yeah, I know. That's part and parcel. And for the public, keep an eye out for your mailbox. This is your postcard that you will be
I like that.
receiving shortly. And again, it focuses on what, the dates and kind of basic stuff. And also for the public, If you haven't gotten enough of this wonderful presentation, we will have budget information sessions. We have 4 plus a bonus scheduled. Saturday, April 25th at 1 p.m. Tuesday, April 28th at 6 p.m. Wednesday, May 6th at 6 p.m. Saturday, May 16th at 1 p.m. And then we have a board meeting on Monday, May 18th at 7 p.m. It's our trustees meeting. We can go over it one more time. That will be the day before the vote. So anybody and everybody are invited to come and join us live or live in person, or well, those will not be remote. Those will all be live. Those presentations, because all this, the presentation and the video and all that stuff will be available, so anybody can download it on demand and without having to actually come and hear us talk. It's just,
Oh,
I did, well, he left. They left. I will admit, though. Welcome back, Cole. We appreciate you coming back a second time. So that's our presentations. Any questions on the presentation or on budget or anything related to that before we move on?
Oh, I think you did a great job.
Yeah, very thorough.
You people.
Sorry. What time was the one on the 28th? I'm sorry, Joe. April
that was
28th.
one.
We
Is
can
that
read-
Saturday?
28th is 6 p.m.
28th is a Tuesday.
Tuesday. The Tuesdays and the Tuesday the 28th and the Wednesday the 6th are both at 6 p.m. and the Saturdays are at 1 p.m.
We can resend the flyer. Joe made a nice flyer. We can send it to everybody so you have it here, you know. I don't see that. It's in. Hold it. Hope
Yeah.
to see you there.
It's not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the presentation.
All right. So, that being said, we're moving on to reports. Friends of the Library report. Michael, welcome.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a happy National Library Week. It began yesterday and will continue through Saturday. So tomorrow, as the Friends have done for quite a number of years, we will have some, thank you, some delicious treats brought in for the library staff who may be working tomorrow. And then the big event, our big spring event, was going to be, I'll still say it is, the road rally, the Putnam Valley Library Road Rally. However, trivia night, which I'll talk about in a moment, was so successful, it was such a big deal, it blew up out of all expectations, that it has overshadowed anything the road rally could be. And we actually have fairly few registrants for that so far. It's okay. But if you'd like to gather your team together and register your car, you're welcome to do that. Trivia night took place, was it just last weekend? It was
A
the
week and a half ago.
what day is it?
Yeah, not this past Saturday, but Saturday before.
Yes. It was very successful. We had, we had more than 40 participants. There were a few registrants who didn't make it, but we had a few people come who hadn't registered. We had accidentally set up exactly the right number of tables so that everyone fit. And we had our host, Janine's husband, David, who is a DJ and a performer and a public speaker. And he was our moderator and game host. And I think a good time was had by all.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
It was great.
And I wasn't even playing.
It was an exceptional program.
Sorry?
I won toxic sludge.
Wonderful. Have you used it yet?
Not yet.
Okay. It's good. It's good for the lines on the forehead. Not that you haven't. So I think it's something we would definitely want to do again. And I've learned some things from this one of places where we could perhaps save a little money and therefore make more money. Library Workers' Day is tomorrow. We renewed the DIA Museum Pass. I probably said that at the last meeting, but it finally came in, so we provided it to the library. We're still awaiting the Westchester Children's Museum and the renewed Hudson River Museum new cards or passes to come in. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the Lincoln Depot Museum listed on the website. Maybe you were waiting until the museum opens, which is this coming weekend.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sure you were.
it's fine.
Contain the website, so I can. it's all a message.
The library has it, so
Yes,
it would be
yes.
great when we tell people that it exists,
Yes.
but they couldn't have used it before this weekend anyway. And that's what we're up to.
And yes, that was an exceptional program with the trivia, and I'm not saying that
And
because
you
I was on the
won.
winning team, but
Oh, right.
Surprises, though. You didn't get any toxic sludge.
no, we got milk duds and goofy string and some really weird
Who
pop
was
up.
on your
Yeah,
team?
it was a strange bunch of little prizes.
That's
They
funny.
had a lot of fun. Those little prizes. It was a nice little touch.
Go back to the dollar store and get one.
I have the goofy string sitting on my lazy Susan on my kitchen table, waiting to shoot one of my daughters.
There you go, shoot at that, you know. save it for-
And that was a project that was largely coordinated, if not exclusively, by Janine, you. So
Thank you, Janine.
Yeah, that's the.
She's not watching us, but
Oh, okay.
she's not.
Go past the word.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you know Janine, tell her, you know, if you're at home watching us, tell her, thank you, thank you.
I think you're talking to Cole.
Oh.
that's
just-
fine.
Cole and Isabel.
Hi, Cole, hi, Isabel.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes, thank you, Michael. That was great.
Director's report.
I don't know if anybody had any questions.
I have a question. I should have asked it last time. So collecting the plastic, and you said the prices had changed, but that was pretty mysterious. That I gather these are not getting another bench.
No, I wasn't trying to be mysterious. Basically, it was before you submitted 1,000 pounds of this stretchy plastic and then you won the bench, which they shipped right over actually very quickly. But now when you click on the link for the new prizes, it's like a different type of a contest. And the prizes were all like from their like for sale stuff. And it wasn't all made out of recycled plastic. So that's why I wasn't being mysterious. I don't really understand what you're supposed to pick the prize you want. Had like water bottles and stuff that weren't made out of plastic. So I was very confused.
It's this new process that turns stretchy plastic into metal.
Yeah. Sounds like they have a metal water bottle instead.
They're regretting.
They realized
They're nice.
they couldn't
benches.
afford to keep giving those away. So it sounds like standards, you know, certain requirements for donation. There are different types of, isn't really clear. So the point is the patrons really like it anyway. So we got 2 benches and that's really good too, because we had several benches that were rotting. So that's nice that we have really great benches that should be around forever.
That will never rot.
They will never rot and they look much more attractive. Like when you walk in, they're right there. So it still was a good thing either way.
So are we continuing it?
We all are. As long as I work here, we will do this.
Just
Water bottle.
One water bottle for everybody to share. We can sit on the water bottle.
Give away as
It'll be a
long as-
trivia night.
Any other questions on the director's report? Anything you want to specifically
Should
bring
I
up to the
talk
public?
about the trip?
Oh, should I talk about that now? I thought
That was
Add to the end, which we'll talk when we get to resolutions. But you can talk about it.
Well, before I do that, I just, you know, New York State, you know, the budget governor, they're still working on that. If you want to take a postcard, it's always good to send them. You can send it to, either Governor Hochul, or you can send it to like Matthew Slater or Rob Rollison. It's just good to say something about libraries and remind them to think of libraries in that final budget. I don't have postcard stamps, but if you want to take one, pass them on. It's a nice thing to
You want us
do.
to take a couple?
Nice.
Take as many as you want. So it's just something that.
That's
help
right.
them remind
Popped
them.
into my head right away.
That's
9 stamps.
Right.
So,
But if we've already
Or-
sent them, we should
Goes
send
$7
them.
$7 to the library.
you should keep sending
The
them.
more the merrier.
Yeah, because you want to remind them the libraries are part of the budget. they're being asked about so many different things to fund.
Mm.
So yeah, no, Hudson wants us to reach out.
Keep
to them.
sending.
So I'm
Alright.
passing on the word from the best. So, the only thing that I was talking about that might be interesting is, the New York State, report has been submitted. There was, then you have to go through a review process at Hudson. But once it's done, then I have to send it to all of you because you have to, I guess, read it, and then we have to like, it's a requirement that you all read the report because that reflects upon what's going on here. So I'm just reminding you that it's not done as of today to send it to you, but I will be sending it and everybody could review it. I would appreciate it. I know it's kind of a long document, but it just reflects upon what we're doing here. So it's good for you to see the state report. It's very long, right, Jackie?
And it's a requirement.
Oh, it's absolutely required, yeah. So, just letting you know that'll be coming. I was speaking with Leslie and Joe about the ALA conference, which is in Chicago. So, we were talking about maybe if I could go.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, we have a very generous person that might donate their airline flyer miles, whatever you call it, so that I wouldn't have to buy the ticket. But still, we're looking at probably $2,000 because just the registration alone is $600. The hotels are like $1,000. So
When is it?
it's it would be like June 25th to 29th.
How's our budget? I know that we have some money set aside for such.
Yeah, we have $2,500 in the budget, so. we're good.
Covered.
Yeah,
You're covered.
And it never gets used every year. We don't use it, so it's actually
well,
just.
let's use it.
Yeah,
use
I mean,
it.
it sounds like it would be
Yeah.
valuable.
I think it's the best conference you could go to for library stuff for sure. So
That's one of two new things that'll be added.
Yeah.
Robin
Mhm.
Health asked to be added to the agenda.
yeah, so I just thought I'd give a quick background. I did have a tree guy come out again. He hung out behind the east side of the building. He wasn't overly worried. Like he gave us prices if we want to do it this fall. But like the worry was last year, like we did the 911 part of the north side and the east side. So he just gave suggestions if we want them. But it's not like a panic situation anymore, which is really good. So I don't have anything else unless somebody else should have a question about Joe Pillar or just anyone will give a question.
Yeah. You're very thorough. You've done a nice. Yeah.
All right then, treasurer's report.
Let's see. So in our Ameriprise One Account Reserve Fund, we have $189,000. In our Capital Reserve Fund, we have nothing. And in those funds, our yield is 4.16 for the year, not this year, but this year to year, which is quite good actually, since it's a money market sort of situation, because the money comes in and out of there, so that it's not just sitting. In our managed account fund, which is our contingency reserve fund, we have about 60,000, and that one has a higher yield because it's more it's conservative, but it's not money market. So that one's at about 13.5%, which is quite good. The rest of the funds are like our employee benefit, that's about the same. And in our checking, we have about 86,000. Our PVHS scholarship fund is at $1,257. So as our income this month was as expected for funding services, program income, and building usage. Our funding so far with the 259 in Putnam County is about $436,000. We're expecting about $537,000. We haven't gotten that extra bit yet. And for grants, we are over budget by about $29,000. Well, that's how much we've made for this fiscal year, which is about 10,000 more than we expected. For donations, we're at about $50,000, and that's about 45,000 more than we expected.
Wow.
So our total income for the fiscal year so far is about 519,000, which is about 28,000 over budget. And this income is higher because of grants and donations. Expenses are as expected for insurance, real estate, catalog processing and contract services. We're over budget on operations, which is about $1,500 for the year. So maybe we should make that line a little higher next year. Under budget on salaries and employee expenses, just $1,000 for the month. Program expenses about 729 for the month, and equipment and tech. So we're actually $2,200 under budget for the year for equipment and tech. So maybe that could go toward the security system, which was what? Do you remember? It's about that, wasn't it? About 3,000? It was like
5,500 or something.
oh, that high? I thought it was like 3,600.
Oh, really?
So at any rate, we can look at that. Because it would be nice if we had a good one with cameras. Travel and meetings. We are under budget by $1,500, and we will be under budget by $2,500. If it doesn't go. So I think we should spend that money. Materials and services for ebooks, we have spent about $14,000. Physical books, only $12,000, and physical books, those are adults. For kids, only $2,000. So ebooks are winning the race. Surprise, surprise. Anyways, total expenses for the month is about $40,000. And we're about $20,000 under budget for the fiscal year.
Does construction grant money come in?
Don't mention the war. Oh, did not talk.
Leslie, sorry to interrupt. So $5,200 for the tech line quote for the cameras.
Oh, it was that much.
Yeah.
Still, it's close. It's half.
Where did you want to put the cameras outdoors?
Just securities. It's a security system.
Yeah, like
It's a full system.
I think they've like indicated what they recommended.
I don't
Plus we
think,
were-
I don't think we want to be specific about where things will be placed, but
Well, I
Mm.
get you.
Yeah, they'll recommend what they think is best.
people know.
I'm not
Kind of
gonna-
boy.
Oh. What's the jacket?
I think monitoring is a different deal.
Yeah, I don't think it's monitored.
It's cell
It
phone.
taps
It's
into,
cell
I
phone.
think it taps into our, yeah.
That's all I got.
Turn your one.
Okey. Thanks, Leslie. Committee report. Nothing from executive finance, I don't think. Facilities. You wanna
We're
say
just
something?
working on a grant for Gladys Brooks. Is that right? Gladys Brooks grant. But that's all for now.
More to come.
Mm.
Long range planning, so we gonna have to come up with a meeting.
I did respond.
Yeah, I know Jody can't come on Wednesday, so we're not gonna do Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, it was Thursday originally, but then Amina won't be there. She was gonna be available on Wednesday, but Jody won't be there, and I don't wanna have another meeting with everybody there, so we'll just have to punt and find another day.
Okay.
Shall we try next week,
Maybe,
next Thursday?
I mean, after we're done, we can, if we have
Okay.
time, we can do it, or we can do it offline. But just the only update on the long range planning, the Friends were gracious enough to allow us to join, to crash their meeting a week ago, 2 weeks ago, to get kind of our final in-person session, and we've added that stuff to our bevy of information to take us to our next step. So thank you, Michael. Development, I did send to the development committee a document that's just kind of a really, really rough draft of what a 3-year program could look like. It's not necessarily generic, but it's also kind of generic. So that it has a lot of flexibility for us to be able to move things around. So we'll set up that meeting as well to kind of get our stuff going, because, you know,
We should.
we need to have that. Anything on landscaping?
Jody has great rocks out there. Where the rocks should block the green.
Yeah, I have someone from Carmel, and Cole, turned me on to someone nearby who had 100-foot wall, so I grabbed as many of those as I could.
Wow.
The poor crowd, they're letting you dismantle their 100-foot wall.
Yeah.
So sooner or later, we can go to petition.
A stone, I made out of stone, right?
Stone fence.
Maybe we can cure some meats in it. Just make a smokehouse.
In the middle of the woods or something?
No,
Why would you want your wall taken?
some people are really just looking for more manufactured
Right.
stone.
I mean, they start to fall down though, too, so they're kind of like, you have to decide if you want to fix it or get it out.
This particular wall is not falling.
Oh,
down.
it's in good shape?
in-
Okay.
It was.
Anymore.
It was all gone within a week.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Any business would be excited
Mhm.
So you want to get sewing, then this is the way to go.
and charge.
Okay, board discussion, I already mentioned the budget information session dates. Not everybody obviously has to come to them, but everybody is welcome to attend. If you want to let me know what days you may or may not be able to attend, that's great. I know I'll be at each one of them.
Well, if you want a break of some kind,
How do you want to break? This is a great place to be.
So you want us to let you know which ones we're coming to?
If he's so inclined. Or I could be surprised, it doesn't really matter.
You like to surprise.
And some I'll have to present to somebody.
oh boy.
And a last conversation on the high school scholarship awards. We extended the deadline. It was last Wednesday. We extended the deadline to this Wednesday because we have a limited number of people who applied. I've reached out to guidance office to have them kind of push it further. I'm surprised that people don't want money, but it's.
I think it might be. I thought they went further. Like they're just making decisions now, like in the coming weeks. So maybe they're pushing the kids. I don't know when the other deadlines are. But
I mean, they offered a deadline of April 1st to me, so I
Oh.
used April 1st or whatever it was, April 7th.
so
But
it
I
must be.
recommended going pushing it back further. We have limited number of applications, leave it at that. And once we've closed it, I'll then, if there's a choice to be made, I'll circulate those names.
Well, maybe we need to promote it more on our social media. If the high schools, it's not their, agenda, it's our agenda, so
Well, the deadline is Wednesday, so we're gonna promote it.
Oh. push it back a week. What's the difference?
Well, I don't remember when the award
Yeah.
date is. That's in
they
early
have-
May, right? Mid-May.
Yeah, I think
So, getting all that stuff together. I mean, I had no problem pushing back yet another week if they think they're going to be able to generate more. I mean, I have asked Paul to do another push. I haven't seen it, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But we should be, promoting if we can. That's all I had for board discussion. Anything else that folks want to talk about before we get into communications? Then can I please get a resolution to accept the treasury report, warrants, financial transactions, reconciliation needs?
I move that we accept it.
I'll second that.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Can I get a resolution to accept the director's report and include it in the official minutes of this meeting?
I so move.
I'll second it.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And here's a thing that I went to a 414 session with Mid Hudson that kind of translates into our 259. And I don't know that we've done this before. Maybe we did. But if they be safe, they suggested that we make a resolution to accept the section 259 ballot documents that were delivered to the Putnam Valley Central School District clerk. Can I get a resolution to do so?
Result. Acceptance.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments? We did get over 80 signatures, which is well over the number that we needed, just so.
Yes.
Wonderful.
All in favor? Aye. Excellent. So we have two additional resolutions that I want to add. One is a resolution to authorize the director to attend the ALA conference in Chicago in June. If I can get somebody to accept that, with the number is going to be around that $22,000-$2,500 level that is already budgeted.
I so moved.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Try not to get killed.
Oh my gosh.
It's Chicago.
So-
All the same.
Wow.
Yeah, it's.
You didn't have to do that.
I would say that no matter where you travel, try not to get killed. That's my salute. Try not to get killed. See you later. Have a good time.
Take that. That's good advice.
Then
Been to conferences in Chicago 3 times and I'm still alive, so.
You are.
It never occurred to me.
phew. Gabrielle's not here, but we'll move forward with this anyway. So I'm looking to do a resolution to address emergency repairs on our parking lot. It's only partial for the emergency repairs. Essentially, it is we have a donor, and we've been through this before. We have a donor that is willing to put up some of the money for the big potholes, and then with the requirement that we seal, crack fill, the rest of the driveway. It also include restriping of the lines, which is I was surprised at. So that estimate of the library's expense would be about $8,000. And it is within our not our capital, but our facilities
Or repair.
repair. So I am going to ask for a resolution, authorize the director to enter into an agreement with Ever Ready Pavement for an estimated cost of around $8,000.
I move that we accept it.
I'll second it.
Questions or comments?
They've really given you a complete scope of practice. Scope
This
of
isn't,
the
this isn't
project.
for the big,
This is just the
This is
emergency
just-
repair.
this is just a
The really
repair.
bad part of the exit, they would be cutting that out like a rectangle and,
So that's detailed, yes.
and then
Okay,
filling
Mm.
potholes, seal coating and restriping. So it's not like a full. We're
It's
just
a
doing,
patch.
this is what we could afford
Yes.
to get us through a couple of years maybe.
With the idea that we,
Grant for the-
within 2 or 3 years, we'll have money for a real
The real thing.
retail,
Assuming construction works.
assuming,
And hoping that cost goes down.
yes.
okay, I so move. Did we
We did it already.
So we're doubling up on there, Jackie. You gotta figure out who's getting credit. All
Starting.
We're
to-
both sure.
Marilyn and Leslie.
Yeah.
Okay.
all in favor?
Uh,
Old business, there's really nothing here. We've addressed everything on here, in conversation. Public comment on, any topic, any item.
Well, in Terry's absence, my wife and I have been trying to pick up the slack of the notary services because we seem to be having a technical problem with communicating with the 3 new recruits.
Okay,
They've been wondering why we haven't been asking them to do anything, and we've been wondering why they haven't been volunteering to do anything. It's somewhere it's lost in the emails that they're not getting. But the bottom line was I did one tonight, and there was a request for a bridge. Not a bridge, but the game bridge.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Be like bridge nights or bridge, like kind of
Bridge
along
club?
the
Well,
mahjong.
he was aware of the mahjong, and he thought that was great, and he's aware of chess being played here. He thought bridge would be good to add.
One of the libraries that Leslie and I visited, we could only peer into the community room visions because they said, don't bother
Don't
the
bother
bridge
them,
players."
yes.
It was full of them.
Yeah. I
Wow.
think that's a good
So
idea,
maybe that's
actually.
something to consider, and also as a result of trivia night, there have been a couple of requests for bingo.
Bingo, yeah, that's gonna be another crowd pleaser for a fundraiser soon.
Perhaps.
Yeah, anybody can do bingo.
And I was thinking, great room for line dance, too, learning line dance.
Yes.
Somebody I
And
didn't know.
there's
So it's like at Jason's.
learning line dancing or square dancing. It's great for the fun.
Every single thing.
I'm gonna go to the line dancing and I wanna see you there
The,
with boots.
the Catholic school my friend works at makes $35,000 a year on bingo.
35,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the moneymaker.
Probably the big hall that's filled with a couple of hundred people.
Well, it's regular and
Right.
you have to have a license. I mean, because it's gambling. So you have to have a license and it's not trivial, but it makes good money.
Interesting.
All the nuns run it.
Nuns.
Nuns.
We need some nuns and yardstick. Board member comment on any items for future board meeting topics. Okay. It is 8 o'clock. We do have a short executive session that we need to go into. So can I get a resolution to move into executive session? No official business will be conducted after that.
I so move.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Great, and this will be quick.
Is this all?
Oh, thank you.
Yes, in case we need to.
Have a great evening, Isabel.
Quick enough.